Okay, hey, welcome. It's Riding with the Ride AMAP and his wife. Say hello, lady.
Hello, lady. Oh, hello.
We are out and we are riding together, obviously. I'm on my SV650 and my wife is on a Harley Sportster, a 2003 883 Sportster, pretty much bone stock. Does have some saddlebags on there, as you can tell, and she has got a windscreen, looking exceptionally fine. If I do say so. Oh, the bike. I mean, we're talking about the bike, not you. We've got our comm systems on, obviously, and so we thought we'd do a little review of this Sportster from a woman's point of view, because a lot of these bikes are sold for the women.
For the woman.
For the women. So
I know I go too slow for you. Mr. Ride AMAP doesn't know how to go slow.
I'm just trying to get you on the rear view camera.
He knows one speed. It's called super fast.
All right. So this Sportster.
Are we turning right, by the way?
Yes, we are. So right signal's on. One thing that's nice about that Sportster is it does have self-canceling turn signals. And she just hits her thumb right there.
Are we good?
Hit the sand. Yeah, we're good. You may go. And it'll self-cancel. Just hit it one time. And it's pretty nice. And then to turn left, it's your left thumb. Like she just did right there, as I'm going to do mine. So what do you think of the Sportster for a first bike, Miranda?
It's definitely, I don't know that it's a really good learner's bike. Oh, and it helps if you're in gear. Because it's just, I don't know, it's like a brick. It sticks to the road. After being on other bikes, I mean, it's just not very nimble, not very responsive. You got to make it drive the way you want it to drive.
Okay, now the type of bikes that she's comparing this to are little 125. That's what she learned on. So those are extremely light and nimble. She's ridden a 1978 GS550,
which my
weighs,
favorite.
Yeah, and that bike weighs about 100 pounds less than this Sportster. Sportster's around 500 plus, and so she does get. She likes the more lighter, nimbler bikes. But you are how tall? 5'what"?
5'3" on a good day.
5'3", and as far as say being able to touch the ground.
This is my favorite motorcycle as far as probably like starting, you know, as far as being easy to get my feet down and hold it up and feel balanced.
But that being said, it is a little top heavy.
It is a little top heavy.
So if she's at a stop and it starts to lean one way or the other, she has a little more difficult time pulling it back than if she was on some of these other bikes that we've been talking about.
However, this bike is super nice for like starting, for pulling out, because it's just, I don't know, where the clutch grabs and all that. It does a good job with that. Although it's lurchy, that's its nickname. It's not, not very smooth.
I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that it's
a Harley,
and it's we're kind of test driving this from a friend of mine, and that bike has not seen a lot of action, and only has just under 7,000 miles, so it is not real. And the more exercise it gets, the better it responds. But how did you like it at freeway speed?
Not really a fan, actually. Had it on the freeway at what, about 70?
Yeah.
And it was just loud and rough, and it's definitely a cruise around town kind of bike. I wouldn't want to take a long trip on it.
Yeah, now remember, this is a 2003. This is before they had the rubber-mounted engines. So supposedly the rubber-mounted engines have fixed a lot of the complaints that she's talked about while it was at freeway speed. But she does like the 1-inch grips versus the 7/8-inch grips.
It's nice for little hands and fat fingers.
Yeah. But it's been, she handles it really well, and it tracks pretty well, and I've always been impressed with how how confident she looks on it. So it's been a fun thing for her. Now she has ridden my SB 650 that I am currently riding, and you like that bike, didn't you?
I do.
It was it's very
That's
responsive.
the one that I rode it on the freeway after riding this one on the freeway, and I just thought, oh dear. Night and day. Night and day.
Now again, she sent these other bikes to compare it to. If you don't ever have another bike to compare it to, you know, but I think it's a good. It's even though it has a large displacement of 883, it doesn't act like a really strong bike in comparison, like with this SV that she's ridden and the 550 that she's ridden. They are more like the throttle response on that one has a lot of lag to it, and so in a way that's good for a beginner, because she can twist the throttle and then the bike will respond in time, whereas when I flip the throttle on my bike, it's an immediate, wow, it's immediate and we're gone, you know. So that way, for a learner, it's kind of nice. You don't have to worry about that crazy.
Which way you want to go?
That craziness. Okay, come up beside me and put your feet down so they can kind of see what you look like. So see, she can almost flat foot. She is flat footed on the right side. So as a 5'3" young lady, she fits pretty good on that bike. How are the brakes on that, would you say?
You better start braking about a mile before you need to stop.
Again, in comparison to other bikes,
right.
Smaller bikes.
I mean, it's okay. It just, you can tell it's kind of a heavier bike.